Hello, you're listening to volume 122 of the Strange Grooves podcast. I'm Cherise Letson.
I'm Kate Milberry.
And before we spill all the tea about living on the edge
At Aerosmith.
we'd like to give a special shout out to our Patreon supporters. The Scroll.
The Scroll.
The Scroll. We couldn't do the show without you.
No, literally, we literally couldn't. The gear, everything.
This would not be a thing.
It would not exist.
We'd still be on the little Zoom. We love
still
her.
have it, and we will be bringing it up where we're going this Saturday.
Yes, we still love her. No shade, but we love our roadcaster. So thank you to Chuck Healy,
Colin Walshute,
Mary Higgs,
Brent Harris,
Brad Davis,
Corey McGill,
James Mullinger,
Kaylin Capson,
Brennan Parker,
Glenn Hicks at U Station,
Michael Hawkins,
Nick Curtis,
and Jennifer Irving. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you guys. We really appreciate it. And if you would like to support our show, you can support our show really like any way you want. PayPal, Patreon, send it through e-transfer.
Yeah, we throw money at us.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Yes,
Coke.
Exactly. Yeah, that's so weird. Oh my God,
that was so weird. That was not planned.
If you want to give us money for how in sync we are, then I would also throw money at us. Why not? Anyways.
Yeah. And if you do decide to give us money through Patreon, we have a bunch of different packages with cool perks, including one where you get every new issue of First Listen
and small jellos.
And speaking of things that are small, First Listen has changed its format. We're super excited. It's now in little mini versions.
It's like a really cool new age Reader's Digest.
I love that.
I love it. It's so good. It's just like, are you kidding me?
And it's really cool because I know a lot of zines that I've like gotten all over the years, they are in kind of a smaller format. Though I have like former journalists, I love like a full size print.
Minute.
Look at that, Amelia just kicking ass. So if you never want to miss an issue and
Strange schedule, all the shows, know what's going on.
Look at this. Right. You can sign up and get every new issue delivered to your door, as well as some Strange Grooves swag.
That's $25. $25 a month. It's pretty good.
It's iconic.
Yeah. So I would get it if I were you guys.
Anyway, so yes, if you are interested in learning more about that and our other Patreon packages, go to patreon.com/strangegrooves. And do it.
So we're back from Aerosmith.
Yes.
Can you tell? Does it seem like we went to Aerosmith? We're a little bit spaced out.
Yeah.
I am.
It's such a great show. And shout out to Cool 98 for hooking us up with tickets.
Thank you, Cool 98. Very specific to Daryl that we were working with. So like we love radio, Cherise and I. Like we
talk about it all the time, and it's for I think for both of us, it's like one of the formats that really got us into music. Or
big time.
A lot of our earliest music memories are around radio, and I think radio has. Unfortunately, it's an at-risk industry in a lot of ways, right? Especially commercial radio, even satellite radio, with other music formats and streaming, gaining prominence. It's hard to hear.
But even though like podcasts are like relatively new, I would still say they're an evolution of radio shows.
Oh, absolutely.
That's what they are.
Yeah, it's like on-demand radio.
So I think it's about understanding like how things like are applied and how they service like artists and things like that. And we're both in marketing, so like everything that we try to do, like we do try to do it with thoughtfulness, and so that it's not duplicating effort or, just shitty for people to look at. Right. And I think, one of the things that we've really bonded over is definitely radio and like radio contests and things. So like when we won tickets, it was pretty special. We'd never seen Aerosmith. I know like my dad, last time he saw Aerosmith, I was 3.
Oh, wow. Your dad's seen Aerosmith?
A few times. He loved Aerosmith. Yeah, no, he loved them. And I tried FaceTiming him at the show, but like there's no service.
The service at the Maine Savings Amphitheater.
Come on,
shit.
Guys. Come on, guys. I was terrified for my life. No, I'm just joking.
You're so cell phone service.
Well, no, it's just we're outside. It's not like we were in a venue. And it's like you just go outside a little bit and you have, I don't know. It was just really
It was
strange.
weird. It was like a weird.
But I do love the venue. I will say like I'm not a big fan of like the extra like seating, and I'm not saying that from a perspective like I think it's great that there's extra seating. Logistically, I think it was a little bit dangerous, like the slants. There wasn't a lot of lights, like,
Yeah.
but I'm not here to talk about logistics of like concert venues or anything.
No,
Like
that's
we
not this
love the
show.
waterfront. Like we love going to concerts there. Like they just had Sting there last night. Like
Yeah, they seem to
Jason
be.
Alden the night before. Like,
And shout out to the Waterfront. They were like sharing all our reels and
yeah, we
content we
love you
put out that
guys.
night. Like they
Yeah.
on fleek. Love
Yeah.
that.
No, we had a great time. And, like the hotel room was super fun and like we had a really great time, but it was like really surreal, like when they actually opened up the show.
Yeah, and I think it was a really symbolic show too, because it was their first show of their tour, so it's their first tour since the pandemic, and I believe it was.
It was
Yeah.
so like it was just
Oh,
like so epic.
they reopened with "Back in the Saddle Again,"
Like,
which of course, chef's kiss,
so good.
and it was also Steven Tyler's, I believe, first public appearance since his relapse not too long ago. So like, so glad to see him doing well and thriving and
Yeah.
still kicking ass. Incredible show. As I think believe you said, like after the show, you're like, it was like see, not that we did see them in the 90s, but it was like seeing Aerosmith in the
Yeah.
90s.
I felt like if an older man had maybe seen me say that thing, I would have deserved a little pop in the snout because it
Yeah.
was like I wasn't born like I was, but I was maybe 5 or 6 when like my dad was going to see those shows. So, but I will say, like, from listening to Aerosmith, from like listening to them with my dad to them evolving to like being in the movies and like
Mm,
having their own kind of like thing as we grew up, like on the radio, right?
yeah.
We had our own generation of Aerosmith. And then, now to see them back, I will say, I always wondered how did Steven Tyler actually hit all the different vocal ranges that he did, like in Dream On and stuff.
Yep.
And I was like, oh yeah, like mastering, like recording studios, whatever. But then I was like, I don't know. I just don't know if he can actually hit those. And when he did Dream On, like it was phenomenal. Like I was like,
It was so
it
good.
was really good. Yeah. It was like, it really was like watching the band like play like it was 20 or 30 years ago.
Mm.
Like they were tight. Like
It was an excellent show all around, and I loved, like, I don't know, I think it was an all around solid set list. Like they played,
yeah.
there was no song that I
I will say the show seemed to have happened really fast. So that's how you know it was a
was
tight
good.
set. Because
Yeah,
we were just like, wait, it's over. And like they did their encore and
or
stuff, but
yeah,
it really did feel like a fast show,
yeah, but they're just
like
tight
hour and a
act.
half, like
Yeah,
tops. And like that was that. No, but we had a really great time, and like Aerosmith fans are really funny, and like every bit of fandom is really like interesting, right? Like Fish fans and
yeah,
Aerosmith, Primus fans, Bob Dylan fans, like
yeah. I love Aerosmith
Deadheads,
fans.
like
Yeah,
it's and like I don't know, I find there's just like something really cool about it, and
mm.
so like we had a really really good time, and like on the way down, like getting like American snacks and
Oh man, the Baileyville Irving in Baileyville, Maine. Shout out to the Baileyville Irving.
smell jealous. No,
Not
I didn't get that.
sponsored, but
But no,
it was so good.
but it was really good, and like I don't know, the show, I just feel like every time I see a band that I've listened to like my entire life and then they're in front of me, I just feel like, and I said it too on the way down. It was just like, isn't it so weird that we're going to see Aerosmith? Like,
Yeah, we're seeing Aerosmith, and it was such a spur of the moment trip too. Like,
yeah.
and again, shout out to Cool 98 for the opportunity, because that wasn't something we were planning on going down for. We knew it was up, but like,
But
those sort of
with
things.
it being across the border and things like that, we haven't like I personally haven't gone to the States yet. And I just kind
Yeah,
of
that's my
figured
first
like I wasn't sure with COVID on the rise if it was smart. So I wasn't gonna spend, and I mean the lawn tickets themselves were quite
really
expensive.
expensive, man. Yeah.
So I wasn't gonna go spend, $200-300 to go to something that might get canceled or that I wasn't like 100% like all my friends were going to. But then luckily all my friends got to go. So that was really cool.
It's meant to be.
So also thank you, Cool 98, for making that such a fun experience. Like we really did have a great time. And to the Maine Savings Amphitheater and like the waterfront, thank you so much. We had a really, really great time. We can't wait to come down again. I know Sharice is coming down soon. So
I'll be back.
um
Hurricane Reese is spinning back in
yeah.
with Janice.
Yeah. So good luck. Good luck, Bangor.
I also want to give a special shout out to our friend we made in the merch line. We did not get his name, but I hope he's listening to this.
He might
said
be.
he said he was going to listen. We gave him a sticker.
Yeah, that was funny.
It was so funny, and I wanted to talk about just for people that are not from New Brunswick, Canada, listening. It's hard. So a lot of people go from New Brunswick and surrounding maritime provinces often go to Maine for concerts, right? Because often they won't, if they don't stop in Halifax, it's either Montreal, which is a long drive, or Bangor, which is
true.
actually quick. It's like 3 hours from St. John. Anyways, so they're used to seeing, a lot of New Brunswickers down there. And it was funny. So Kate and I were, talking shit in the merch line. And the guy behind us, we were like looking at our phone to get a better look at the merch. And like this wonderful gentleman is like, "Are you guys from New Brunswick by chance?" and,
I was just like, am I wearing my pristine shirt?
and I'm like, what am I? I'm like, is it because we're bitches? Like, what is this? And he's like, no, it's your. He's like, no. He's like, no, it's your accent. And I'm like, so. But I'm like, okay, I believe it. No, I believe I was told we do have accents, but we don't notice it. But anyways, so it turns out he works for a company in New Brunswick, and he was just a all around cool dude. And we told him about the show, and we gave him a sticker, and he said he'd tune in. So if you're listening, we're so sorry we didn't get your name. But
I'm gonna call you Barry.
Barry,
Yeah.
thank you, Barry, and we hope you're doing well, and we hope you enjoyed the show. It seemed like you did. We ran into him after.
I mean, yeah, it was very weird. Out of 12,000 people, to see
we're just
him
like, what's
again.
up? He's like, I'll tune in, and we're like, yes.
It's very weird.
I love when you meet, when you connect with people unexpectedly at big concerts like that. It's
and like
nice.
that's really what this episode is all about. It's just like a quick little concert, random memory experience.
Yeah,
just super like, I don't know. That's the best thing about music. Sometimes it does come along, and it's just like, oh, right there for you to kind of go and enjoy.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know. Aerosmith, I don't know. It was just really like, it just felt really good to be there listening to those songs we've listened to for 30 plus years.
Yeah. And just to, I know they're, we've seen a lot of,
and he is like a rock star in the flesh, like epitome, like
legend. Just, like you cannot, like I've read so much stuff.
And articulate and like full energy across the stage the entire time. Like,
true showman.
Yeah. And like, wow. Like I was already exhausted, ready to go to bed. I couldn't imagine like doing that over and over and having a Vegas residency. And like, they've been a band for 50 years. Like,
right. Can you imagine?
Like they've been like how like back in the like for how long? Like
they've been going back.
Thrilled, keep it up. But it's just like those are those things where you have to look at some of the, like we talked about this before, about the work ethic and like the tourmanship. That's not maybe a word, but I've coined it. But it's like how people are on tour, how they treat each other, how they treat their like their crew and their entourage. Like it really, and I've always heard really good things about Aerosmith, and it seems that way. Like we connected to like their social media manager and a few other people, and all of them are like really humble people, like really like just happy to do a good quality job, represent like the bands and the brands the best way. And
yeah,
I mean, that's kind of like what we try to do in our regular jobs and with Strange Grooves.
Yeah, we try.
So if there's a concert you want us to go and check out and you want to pay for it too, I mean, give us a call. We'll go check it out. I don't care where it's at, even if it's in your backyard. I bet you it's going to be a banger.
We'll do backyard barbecues.
Happy to do it. If there's a guest or somebody that you'd like to see featured on the show, we are opening up our winter guest schedule.
Yes, we are.
We've got quite a few really great episodes lined up. The show's been taking a lot of fun directions. A lot of emerging artists, a lot of people we're getting connected with, which is really cool. So you'll see a lot of like really cool interviews coming up. Not that you haven't over the past 5 years, but and you'll see us covering a lot more shows like from before.
And we're going to be doing a lot more video stuff too. I know we're working on a vlog.
So let us
know what
you want to see in the comments.
A day in the life of Kate
on this video. Pretty soon you'll maybe see a gear tour.
Oh yeah,
a record tour. I mean, who knows what you'll.
Who knows? If you have any requests, like we're down for it. Within reason.
And we really do appreciate everybody tuning in. And we recently just did an episode like with Matt Mays, and
that Amelia, was so amazing.
And, like I think it just really like we're having a moment where we're making sure that the show is like to our standards, your standards, and making sure that the people we have on the show, like we give them a great opportunity to give them something that helps their music career or gives them assets to share, or just, I don't know, like our chat with Matt, like we were talking to him about like how his dad collected records and how they antique and how he still finds himself antiquing. So I find, music does play a part into how we are and how our work ethics are kind of like woven into us. So I just kind of find that stuff to be, really interesting. And we appreciate everyone who listens and who, supports the show and comments and sends us to things. And we want to send you things. So get in touch with us. We'd love to hear from you. And like I said, if there's people you'd like to see on the show, send us a note.
Yeah.
we don't know everyone. We don't know
don't.
all of the collections that exist. We'd like to. So
Yeah.
if you know some secret gems hiding around or a band that, really needs to be on our show, let us know.
Let us know. Like, and especially, and it doesn't need to be in New Brunswick or St. John either.
can
Like
do
with
it
the
like this.
beautiful, yeah, no, we've been loving StreamYard. Please sponsor
Shout
us.
out to StreamYard, please.
Love
Please,
StreamYard.
please sponsor us.
What a great platform.
I love you so much.
Love you.
$3.
Ding, ding, ding.
My OnlyPants is just flying off the
My
hook right now.
OnlyPants.
It's just me like getting baked all the time.
And your baked goods and things you make, like your chicken and potatoes.
Right. Baked goods.
Baked goods. Get baked with baked goods. Little cellos.
Anyways, we appreciate you guys listening. And until next week,
keep it strange.
Keep it strange. We love it.